It's March 4th. Faced with the prospect of 40 years in the desert, over 250 of Israel's most prominent leaders challenged Moses' authority and Aaron's exclusive claim on the priesthood. In challenging Moses' and Aaron's standing, the people are questioning God's handling of events. The people won't accept God's decisions regarding who serves in leadership over them or their prescribed fate in the wilderness. And their refusal to accept God's design for them, particularly as it touches the role of the priests, calls for swift clarification. The miraculous nature of the death sentence reinforces the issue. God, not man, decides who represents the people before him. No unauthorized person may enter the Lord's presence. To address the deeper, lingering issues circulating in the camp, God moves proactively to validate Moses and Aaron in the form of almonds miraculously budding from a dead stick or walking staff. This miracle reinforces both Moses and Aaron's authority, and all that these two men are telling them is accurate. God has indeed sentenced them to 40 more years in the desert. These two elements involved in the execution, fire and perishing in the bowels of the earth, are a vivid picture for all mankind of the destiny that awaits those who rebel against God. And it's also a vivid picture of what happens to those who believe they can approach God on their own terms. God's holiness is a consuming fire. Without a mediator of His choosing, none will ever stand in His presence. Sometimes God's decisions can seem difficult and are hard to accept. Our wants are often directly in opposition to what we actually need. We are no different than young children. We need correction to help us mature. And cooperating with God's purposes, even when we don't understand or agree, is the true test of obedience. Remember who we are dealing with. He knows our frame, that we are but dust. He knows the number of hairs on our head, and only He can see over the horizon. Here's today's application. Are you or someone you know struggling with the correction that God has given? If so, remember that His decisions are for our benefit. Grant Him permission to work in you those things that fit His design. Now here's today's prayer.